Hello friends, and I'm Joy C. Joy, and today we will be discussing about a very important topic, that is the India TB report of 2020. So this India TB report of 2020, it is the National Tuberculosis Elimination Program annual report. So this annual report will give you an idea about the present status of spread of TB in India, regarding its elimination status, also the treatment status, etc. So very important. Also we will be discussing very importantly what is the status of TB in India and what is the goal of the government, what are the government initiatives. We will also be discussing about how TB is connected with SDG, Sustainable Development Goals, and what is the global goal regarding TB elimination. What is the progress made or the status in India, progress made thus far in India. So all these topics we will be covering in much detail in this lecture. And from your prelims and mains perspective, this is a very important lecture. If you have seen in your prelims examination, every year you get at least one question related to some diseases. In the year 2019, the question was related to hepatitis B. So every year you get questions related to some diseases, especially in which government is focusing on, or government has initiated many number of schemes and initiatives. In case of TB, we will see that government has come up with a lot of initiatives for eliminating TB, which we will be discussing. Also, this is a very important topic from your mains perspective. In your mains examination also, in your GS paper 3, you can get questions related to diseases. So from that perspective also a very important lecture. So let's begin. Now this report is published by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. World TB Day is observed on March 24th. So March 24th is the World TB Day. Could be asked as a general awareness question also. And why is this particular day observed as World TB Day? This is to increase the awareness about the disease. So to increase the awareness about the disease, and in the year 2020 the theme of the World TB Day is It's Time. So this is the theme, this year's theme for World TB Day. Now coming to the Sustainable Development Goals. Sustainable Development Goals has to be achieved by the year 2030. So the period is between 2015 to 30, over a period of 15 years. There are 17 Sustainable Development Goals which has to be achieved by the year 2030. So under Sustainable Development Goals 3.3, so third goal is health and well-being. Now under that a sub goal, that is 3.3, it is by 2030 end the epidemics of AIDS, tuberculosis, which is TB, malaria and neglected tropical diseases, and combat hepatitis, waterborne diseases and other communicable diseases. So from this you will get an idea about those diseases for which there is an increased need for adding more efforts at a global level. So they are AIDS, tuberculosis, malaria, other neglected tropical diseases, NTDs, hepatitis or hepatitis B, other waterborne diseases and other communicable diseases. So these are some of the diseases for which a global attention is needed, that is at the national level and also at the international level certain efforts are needed. So this includes TB as well, tuberculosis as well. So Sustainable Development Goal also has specifically mentioned about the elimination of TB by the year 2030. Now let's come to the report. Let's come to the key findings of the report. Now in the state TB index, this is regarding the performance of various states with regard to elimination of TB. So coming to the performance of different states, the best performing states for tuberculosis control, it can be divided into two categories. One is the category in which there are more than 50 lakh population, bigger states. We can say that bigger states with population more than 50 lakh. Now there are also smaller states with population less than 50 lakh. Now among the bigger states or those states with population of more than 50 lakh, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh are the states which have performed well. Now those states which have a population of below 50 lakh, Tripura and Nagaland are the states. These are northeastern states. Northeastern states have fared well in this index. That is with regard to their performance for tuberculosis control. Now coming to union territories, Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu. These are the UTs which has performed well in controlling or eliminating. Not eliminating because it's not eliminated, for controlling the tuberculosis. Now let's come to different types of TB and the severity of those categories. First one is HIV associated TB. Now India accounts for 9% of all HIV associated TB deaths in the world, which is the second highest number globally. Now HIV associated TB means those HIV patients who have tuberculosis as well. So India accounts for 9% of HIV associated TB deaths in the world, and this is the second largest number globally. Second one is diabetes associated TB. 20% of all the TB cases in India suffer from diabetes. So this is again very important, that 20% of all the TB cases, they suffer from diabetes as well. Tobacco consumption is rising among the Indian TB patients. It is 8% of the total TB cases. So 8% of the total TB patients consume tobacco, one or the other form of tobacco. Now regarding missing patients means the patients for which the data is not available. So regarding the missing patients, nearly 0.54 million TB cases are still missing across India, for which adequate data is not available. Without data available, it's not possible to treat them, and we will not be able to achieve the goal of eliminating TB. If we see the treatment success rate, it is around 70 to 73% in the last 2 years, which means that about 70 to 73% of the patients who take the treatment, they are able to recover. So success rate has also increased over the years. Now from 2014 to 16, it was between 76 to 77%. This shows that relatively compared to 2014-16, the success rate has reduced. But now if we are comparing it with the long past, then the success rate has increased. But if you are looking into the very recent past, then the success rate has reduced. And this one reason can be that there is an increased reporting of the cases also. So that can be another reason. After government has initiated various programs, the reporting of the cases has increased. Now coming to care cascade of 2019. Out of the total 24 lakh notified TB cases in 2019, 94.4% were initiated on treatment, and the remaining 5.6% were not initiated on treatment. Now let's look into the status of treatment. Those cases that were notified and not initiated on treatment is 6%. So those cases which were notified but treatment was not initiated, and those currently under treatment is 47%. Notified, initiated treatment, and the outcome assigned, that is another 47%. So it is 6% of the total notified cases which on which the treatment is not initiated. Now let's see tuberculosis. Tuberculosis is a bacterial infectious disease. It is caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Now whether a disease is bacterial in nature, viral in nature, or even fungal in nature, so these can be asked in your prelims examination. You have to be very specific with regard to this. So this is a bacterial infection, and it is a contagious airborne disease which can be acquired from close contact with an infected person. So this can be spread, or this can be carried away from one person to another with close contact. It affects the lungs and later might spread to different parts of the body. So first it affects the lungs. Tuberculosis affects the lungs, and then later it can be spread to different parts of the body. What are the symptoms of this disease? coughing and severe coughing with blood, bad cough for more than 3 weeks, fatigue, weakness, night sweats, chest pain. So these are all the symptoms of the disease. And the diagnosis, how the disease is diagnosed, it can be diagnosed through a blood test or through TST, tuberculin skin test. What is the treatment for the disease? Drug treatment is available, medicines are available. It involves a combination of ethambutol, INH, Priftin, pyrazinamide for a term of 3 months, followed by a mix of INH and pyrazinamide for 12 months. So drug treatment is available. Drugs or medication is available. Now coming to MDR TB, which is multi-drug resistant TB, and XDR TB. XDR is extremely drug resistant and first one is multi-drug resistant. So multi-drug resistant TB, it emerges in the host body, that is in the body of a patient, due to lack of treatment drug, and the bacteria is not eradicated completely from the body due to interrupted course of antibiotic medicine. So multi-drug resistance, it can happen in 2 ways. One is the patient, that is the host body, does not get treatment. There is a lack of treatment drug, that is unavailability or inadequacy of the drug. Second one is due to interrupted course of antibiotic medicine, that is the antibiotic course. Whenever you take some antibiotics, there is a course which has to be completed. It can be 5 days, 3 days, even 1 month, 2 months or 3 months. So if the antibiotic medicine's course is not completed, or if the patient does not get enough treatment or adequate treatment and drugs, this multi-drug resistance can happen. Now, extremely drug resistant TB is even more severe form of this multi-drug resistant TB. So it's even serious than the MDR TB. It is caused by bacteria that do not respond to the most effective second line anti-TB drugs. So in case of multi-drug resistance, we have seen that it happens because adequate drugs is not available, or in between the course, the course is not completed, or in between the patient stops taking the drugs. But in case of extremely drug resistant TB, what is the problem? Drugs are available but body is not responding to the drugs. This is more severe form. So this means that the patients will not have any further treatment options. So the medicines are given, the drugs are given, but the body is not responding to the drugs. This is called extremely drug resistant TB. And WHO, World Health Organization, has set up a goal to eliminate the TB by the year 2030. So this is the aim of WHO. Now coming to the National Tuberculosis Elimination Program, which is NTEP. So earlier NTEP was known as National Tuberculosis Control Program. So revised National Tuberculosis Control Program is now named as National Tuberculosis Elimination Program, NTEP. Very important. This is one of the most important government initiatives. Whenever you are writing a mains answer, you should mention about the government initiatives as well. So National Tuberculosis Elimination Program. The vision is a TB-free India with zero death, zero disease and poverty due to tuberculosis. So no death, no disease and no poverty due to tuberculosis. This is the vision of this program, National Tuberculosis Elimination Program. Now the goal of the program is to achieve a rapid decline in the burden of TB, morbidity and mortality while working towards the elimination of TB in the country by 2025. WHO has set up the goal to eliminate TB by 2030. According to the SDG, Sustainable Development Goals, again the TB has to be eliminated by 2030. But in case of India, we have set up the goal of eliminating TB by 2025. That is 5 years ahead of the global goal. So the goal of this program is to achieve a rapid decline in the burden of TB, morbidity and mortality while working towards elimination of TB in the country by 2025. And the pillars of NSP for TB elimination is detect, treat, prevent, build. So detecting the disease, that is diagnosis. Treat means providing the treatment or the drugs. Third one is prevention of disease, that is spread from one person to another. and next is build. So these are the 4 pillars of NSP. Now if you look into the organogram of National TB Elimination Program, so this is the organs or the institutions working for it. At the central level, at the apex level, we have the Ministry of Family Welfare and Health, and under that we have Central TB Division working under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. So, and under the Central TB Division, we have national committees and national institutions. Then coming to the state level, we have the State TB Cell, then STDC, District TB Center, TB Unit, then Designated Microscopy Center and Peripheral Health Institute. So these are the organs or the institutions working for the cause of eliminating TB by the year 2025. Next one is also very important, Nikshay. Nikshay, the term Nikshay means end TB. Now we can divide this term into 2 parts. Ni means ending and Kshay is TB. Tuberculosis. So, Nikshay is a web-enabled patient management system for TB control under the National Tuberculosis Elimination Program, NTP. Now, Nikshay is a web-enabled management system, patient management system. It is developed and maintained by the Central TB Division under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Along with that, NIC, National Informatics Center, and WHO Country Office for India. So these are the partners in the development of Nikshay. Now this is Nikshay Sampark helpline number. So this is the helpline number, and government has also initiated a scheme under this to provide rupees 500 to the TB patients monthly. So this is apart from the treatment. Now why is this 500 rupees provided apart from the treatment? This is to help them to have nutritious food. So that is why 500 rupees will be given every month. And TB Harega Desh Jeetega campaign. It was launched in 2019 September, and it showcases the highest level of commitment for the elimination of TB. And we also have Saksham project. Saksham project is under the TISIS, Tata Institute of Social Sciences. It provides psychosocial counseling to the TB patients. So this is all about it. And you can download the PDF of this lecture from my Telegram channel, Joycey Joy Official. You can also get in touch with me on my Facebook page or on my Instagram page, and my Telegram ID is Joycey Joy Official. So you can get the PDF of this lecture from my Telegram channel, Joycey Joy Official. Thank you.